So I've been to parties. I've been to parties in Vegas with them. I mean, everything was cool. But I never, I never been to the parties that these other people talk about. Just being straight up, I didn't even know they existed. You hear people tell tales, but hell, I done threw parties and people like, boy, I heard y'all, boy, ooh, I heard y'all. What you heard? Boy, they say that thing was crazy. Well, what made it crazy? Other than you giving me it was crazy. That thing was lit. They say, boy, it was up through there. But what did you hear? Did somebody do something that stood out so much that you can't believe you missed this party because one guy had 10 girls by itself? Like, what did you hear? So, when I hear these stories, I'm just like, whoa. And, it starts to make me think, like, somewhere in there, when it comes to our culture, man, some of our, let me word this right, man. I just feel like some of the staples in our community, um, some of these leaders, some of these people who have fought, countless hours, countless fights to see certain things happen for us. When I see them get their legs taken from under them, I don't just be like, yeah, you did the right thing. Because then I start asking, was there another narrative there? Because a lot of our gatekeepers, um, the gatekeepers with notoriety, the gatekeepers with status, the gatekeepers with influence, the gatekeepers with the money, the power, the respect, all the things that could be used to change certain narratives, all the things that could be used to make a better way or stand in that doorway and keep their foot in that door so other people that look like you and I can walk through that door successfully without all the challenges and hurdles that they had to succumb to be in the position they're in. So I question certain things, and I'm not saying that, oh, it's a conspiracy theory, somebody's trying to take Diddy out, but I was around for a long time, bro.
I remember an
And
incident.
I didn't see a lot of things like that.
Yeah.
That don't mean it didn't happen, but I just, I don't.
You didn't see that. We went to D.C. one year with you for Howard Homecoming, and I think you were moving around.
Lit.
Yeah. And you was in the Rolls Royce, and I think you ran into Diddy. You know what I mean? And he just, it seemed like he just.
I was with my African partner, Ola.
Ola. Shout out to Ola. Yeah.
I was in the Rolls Royce.
Yeah. And I mean, it seemed like you doing your thing. You seemingly are in his city in D.C. because he went to Howard.
Yeah.
And you were just moving around. What did he say to you that night?
Whenever me and Diddy talked, man, he always just gave me he just always talked to me like a big brother, man. It was never like, it was always just uplifting. It was always positive. It was always, yo, boy, playboy, look, I'm telling you, yo, all you gotta do is whoop whoop, and you whoop. It was always like, stay on your grind. Don't come off the gas. No brakes. Keep going. And so, when I see all these different things happening to him and the way it's matriculated down to, like, I mean, I don't think we've ever been in this space where you could just look at a Diddy and I'm watching people like, oh, and I'm like, damn, this is Diddy. But with these allegations,
yeah,
I always thought it was innocent until proven guilty. And clearly that's not the case now, because if someone comes out and says something about you and they can present what we could assume to be damning evidence, we just kind of go with the notion and the whole concept that, yeah, it must be true. My man settled out. That's the quickest settlement. Well, they had to, in a sense, because she didn't just sue him. She sued these companies who had these insurances for rainy days as such. So was it out of his control that this claim, the suit, got handled right away? It might not even been in his control. He could have been like, yo, hold up, no, hold up. They're like, sir, Mr. Combs, listen, with all due respect, here's what we have come up with. Here's the criteria that says that if we do this and get ahead of this speeding train, we won't have a derailment, okay? Oh, all right. They reach a settlement in Cassie and Diddy's lawsuit. And we like, oh, snap. He must have did it. Or not just must have did it. There must be truth to what she's saying in some of the things that she's alleged he's done to her. You start feeling that way. Like, it's so interesting because there's certain tactics and protocols that are in place when you start talking PR and PR crisis. Right now, you get a mixed signal. Man, Osei slapped me. Breaking news. Osei, the dark secret, allegedly slapped the shit out of Young Jock. Osei don't say nothing. Bro, you ain't gonna say nothing? I ain't giving it no life. Somebody like, yeah, he guilty. He ain't even saying that. Somebody else saying, I don't believe he did it because he ain't even saying that. He ain't even giving it no life. Mm. But then you come out and say something. He guilty. He talking about it. Or somebody else say, nah, I don't think he did it because he defended himself. So if you really think about just the way I just gave you the different scenarios on either end, we don't really have what is the protocol. How do you handle certain things? Because you're supposed to be innocent until you're proven guilty. And with the way social media works, the news, everything is so sensationalized. And it's so much extra propaganda that's naturally there because the viral payload of it all, how big it is, how fast it happens, and everybody's talking about it at the same time because it's happening right now and everybody's aware of it right now. You don't really know how you're supposed to handle certain things.
Speaking of handling things, I've seen you handle some seemingly uncomfortable things, even with your wife, right? Mm-hmm. I guess the conversation was about perhaps your daughters dating someone like you, right? And you were really tactful in terms of how you spoke on it, right? How did that make you feel in that moment?
Well, naturally, they say all a man really has is his word, and your name. So in this day and age, when you when you talk about power or your reputation, that's this thing called a credit score, right? So let's not get into the concept of the credit score, your FICA. We're going to talk about your face card, the credit score of your face card. Now, I understood what my wife was saying to me. She was just saying, you've done some things in your life that even you wish that you could go back and undo, or maybe if you could go back, you wouldn't have done it.